This is Dr. Lucas Brazil. I have the largest YouTube channel in the world about trichology with over 150 million views. In order to bring information and tips about hair loss and care and aesthetics and health to the whole world, I create a version with videos in English. Welcome and enjoy. Do you know what your type of baldness is? How does your baldness is on the Norwood-Hamilton scale? That's what we're going to talk about today on this video. Today we're going to talk about the classification created for the types of baldness, which is the type which is the most suitable treatment for each case. The type 1 is the normal partner. Remember that every man, as a rule, has the famous recession in greater or lesser intensity. Why do we have baldness only in this region? This has embryological origin. When we were a fetus, the formation comes from the ectodermal. So you never see a bald man, the bald on the sides, only on the top. And the Norwood-Hamilton scale only express baldness in the upper region. So type 1 is the normal hair. People have a lot of hair. In the 2 and 2A, the classification, the famous recession have already started. The hair is getting thinner, it's getting miniaturized, you need to pay attention. In classification 3, you can see that's already an evolution of the recession that you must be treating using medication. We have several videos here that we talk about the best treatment for baldness. And type 3 is here in the vertex region, the crown region. Guys, there are a lot of patients that don't look at this region above, only when they see a photo, so it's interesting looking in the mirror, okay? Place one mirror on the front and another mirror on the back so you can see this region of the vertex very well. You must be aware of that region too. The classification 4 is already a transplant case. You will hardly be able to reverse the baldness at this stage just with medication. Because of that, transplant is so important in this level. There are people who have a rapidly progressive baldness, which is why they must be aware of their type of baldness. And in the type 5 and 5A, the baldness of the vertex begin to connect with the frontal region. It's hard to treat even with hair transplantation. Even a very difficult treatment will manage to revert it. Generally occurs in older men when the follicles are already more atrophied, there's no able to reverse so much more early. And finally the grade 6, which is the evolution of the grade 5 until grade 7, which is the worst type of baldness, in which man, depending on the donor region, does not even solve with an implant. Remember that even if you choose to do the hair transplantation, you must continue treating your own hair, okay? Imagine that there are several hair strands you have implanted and there is no more volume. But if you do not treat, you will lose your strands. The extension is always to add more hair with the transplantation and keep your own hair. Just to tell a personal story, my family from the side of my mom, my grandfather, the dad of my mom, he was very bald. So I took a picture of my grandfather now. He is 91 years old today, back in his 20s. A long time ago, like 70 years ago, and he already had enough of the famous recession and I have the same characteristic. And it's very interesting because my brother has a lot of hair and became bald, and I become very bald very young. That's why we record so much videos about hair for you guys. And it's very funny because if you see the older videos, I was in the degree baldness 3 and now I am back in the level 1, okay? So subscribe to receive every week new videos, follow us on Instagram and Facebook, there's a lot of tips there too. Would like to know more about our products? Check the description and visit our website eclairworld.com. Thanks for watching, here's Dr. Lucas Brazil, see you in the next videos.